born in Nashville, where it's predominantly
What?
white. One, they go home at 5 and 6 o'clock when they're producing, because they go home to their families. Being a country singer, if you are a singer in country music, you're a man. If you are not married, it is not respected. Family is respected in country music in that space. But in our space, we are singing about side chicks. We are glorifying a lot of women. That's not what happens in Nashville. You can't call a woman a bitch or hoe in Nashville because they'll never even listen to your music and your professional career will suffer. At what point in the black community do our men create real homes? And even talking, just our first time talking, and you said you didn't even mean for that to happen. Life happens. I'm not here to judge life. I'm looking at a successful black man that has the ability to literally turn the narrative on black family, you know? Mm-hmm. And my grandfather,
Please like, comment, subscribe, and also share this video before I really kind of get into. I'm going to let her marinate a little bit more before I kind of jump into the conversation. So,
my uncles and everything. My whole family, they're married. I'm not the girl who didn't see what a man creating a black family is supposed to be. So I'm asking right now, black men, black men to really step up for black women and create families.
Yeah.
It's really not cool. Black men are attacking black women. And it's not a cool, they're not creating homes. They're creating babies everywhere. It's not cool. And I'm asking you, other successful black men, you have to set an example as leads. The cute social media back and forth on black women. Black women are strong. Black women are where you come from, this and that. So there probably isn't any sympathy for you and just life happening, because there's so many other things around you going on that are not fair to black women. What is going on with the black family?
all right, now I got to stop this. I got to stop this. So, if you guys been following me, of course, you know, I am married, right? You know what I'm saying? Me and my wife, we've been dating, seems like forever, you know what I'm saying? We've been dating since college, and now we currently have 2 daughters. We have a family, right? You know what I'm saying? I do everything with my daughters. I do everything for my daughters. My kids don't need from nobody or anything from any person, right? Luckily for me as well, with my family, I still have my dad in my life. He's still married to my mom. They've been married for like 40 years at this point. I have all my uncles. All my uncles are married. All my uncles been with the same person as far as married wise for the last at least 40 plus years of my life as well. So I don't know what she's talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what the overall narrative that we hear, quote unquote, right? But I think, you know, she's kind of being misled, right? I think that she's kind of not really understanding with a lot of normal people, right? Because you gotta understand, like, these are celebrities. You know what I'm saying? So celebrities are, their life and their lifestyle and the way how they live their life is a lot different, right? For example, you know, she's on there with Cam. I think Cam has like 7 going on 8 kids, right? You know, look at somebody like Nick Cannon. He has all the kids. That's what he want to do. That's what his life is, right? And I mean, honestly, I think that everybody, you're the author of your own life, right? For example, Cam, if that's what he wanted to do, that's what he decided that he would like to do for his life. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, going back to my previous example, Nick Cannon, right? Nick Cannon, literally, that's what he wanted to do with his life. Just have kids with all these different women. And the thing about it is these women aren't crazy. Like, they are deciding to have kids with them as well. You know what I'm saying? So, and they're more looking possibly for the lifestyle compared to the person in majority of these situations when you have celebrities and celebrity dating, right? And so with her saying, like, black families and, black men going against black women, bruh, that's internet talk. That's some internet bullshit that people put out here, right? And all this love and hip hop shit and all this trash TV that I always see people going and watching, right? Like I said, Love and Hip Hop, all the Love and Hip Hop Atlantas and Miamis and this place and that place. It's trash TV. And young women watch that thinking that's real life. It's made up. It's fake. All of this shit is fake. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm seeing some of our best and brightest as far as like doctors and those kind of things. Right? Like, there's another show on TV where, it's doctors talking about their lives and kind of like showing the ratchet side of that. Like, that's not a good representation for us, right? And so when she's talking about representation, like, honestly, to me, that's worse representation than everything else that you might see as far as black men not having families, because now you're showing the younger women, the younger girls, that you don't need a man, or hey, we gotta have these things, bro. Like, all that material shit. Didn't China just show y'all that all of that $5,000 bags and $20,000 bags, these Birkin bags and all this other bullshit that y'all think is important, bro? Them shits don't cost nothing. It don't cost nothing but $100 for them to make, and you spending $5,000 on a bag. That's, bro, like, a lot of this shit is just fake. All of this shit is fake. All of this internet shit is fake. A lot of the shit that you talking about right now is fake shit. Anyways, I'm going to let her keep going, but please like, comment, subscribe. Am I right? Am I wrong? You know what I'm saying? If you are seeing it her ways, no problem. I get it, but please put it in comments as well, okay?
We are consistently creating the cycle of kids who can't come home and see their daddy there. And they see their mama sad at night. At what point is the successful black man in this world going to step in and really create structure? I see white men doing it every day.
You see, and this is the issue. This is the biggest issue that I have, right? It's not a white man thing. It's not a black man thing. It's a personal thing. If I personally choose to not be here with my kids or be with my wife because I want to do whatever I want to do, right? That's on me. That's a me decision, right? And a lot of these situations that she might be talking about that are occurring, quote unquote, are we just trying to have sex. We just trying to have fun with each other. This just really a short-term thing, but now with this child in place is a long-term thing. I never wanted to be with you. I just wanted to have fun, and I just wanted to go on to the next one, right? In some instances, not every single one. And now you got the guy that's looking to leave, and he got this chick pregnant, but then instead of her just being, wanting to keep the child, and of course in some states and whatever situation is, you can't. I get that. I totally understand. However, they never use protection. As far as condoms, she never used contraception to possibly stop a child, and y'all just out here just going crazy and not just thinking that everything is sweet. And then now you got a whole person that y'all just only have sexual chemistry with each other. You don't know her name. You don't know what she like. You don't know what he like. Only thing you know is what style he like, what position he like. Like, who fault is that? So either we gonna be real or we ain't. So that's why I don't really like the black-white thing. I think that it is more of a personal thing. You get what I'm saying? So let's keep going.
I get to witness the best of both worlds every day. Getting on stage singing R&B, being here in Atlanta, I get to sing R&B, but then I get to go to Nashville and be like, you mean you ain't staying out till 6 in the morning? You gonna go home to your family? You gonna write this song and leave at 5 and 6 because you gonna take care of your family and your wife?
That's what's called being a man. Duh. Yes, that's what men do. I don't have to be out 6 o'clock in the morning with my homeboys, or I don't got to be out 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't got to be out till the next morning. Like I have more important things to do with my time to make sure that if I'm not home, who's protecting my house? That's the first thing. B, if someone was to go into my home, of course, I would like for my wife to protect if I'm not there. But however, if I'm not home, who's protecting my house? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like.
At what point do the successful black men build black families? We ain't gonna ever have a black family if y'all don't do it. We're never gonna have it. It's just not gonna happen. So if your mentality is, yes, things happen, and I'm not knocking you for that. I didn't come here for that. But at what point do you take that black woman? Do you be in a home and show your kids what it's like, you know? At what point do you take a grip to it, not make excuses for it or mantras and things like that? It is so unfair to black women who have been the strength and builders of so many things. And I know life happens. You can't be with somebody you don't want to be with or whatever. But my grandparents did it. My grandfather, 92, died when he was 92, my best friend. I never seen another type of man. That's why I've turned down 3 rings. Because they wasn't like my grandpa. My grandfather raised 9 kids on his own because my grandmama died before I could even meet her. What point are our black men going to stop the bullshit, the social media shit and all of that, and build black homes? If we don't build black homes, we can't depend on white folk to build black homes.
Cap. I'm calling cap. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just went through me as an example. You get what I'm saying? Like, I can't go off of what you're telling me when I'm the person that's living exactly what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're telling me from your point of view, your perspective, and I'm telling you what it actually is. You're telling me what you think, and I'm telling you what's happening in real life. I'm not a celebrity. I'm not on TV. I don't have millions of followers. I don't have none of these things. However, I do have a loving wife. I do have loving kids. If something was to happen to me today, they will be all right because I got a life insurance policy out for me to where they're protected. They're fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, so those are the things that we need to do as far as being for each person. I don't know what you do with your house. I don't know what you do. You know what I'm saying? When, as far as being black, being white, I don't even care about that. It's just being a man. I don't want to be outside 3 o'clock in the morning. I want to be home with my wife and kids to make sure that they're protected, that they're good, that they're taken care of. So I don't know if she's just talking about celebrities because they got the finances, they got the means to take care of all these houses, take care of everything else that everybody else needs, and they don't really care because they're busy with doing whatever they're doing. However, in the real world, real people, not just black people, not just white people, real people are still here taking care of their business. So, I mean, I get what she's trying to say. I get her point, but she's still far off from where I'm at.
So when you see somebody like your significant other who clearly loves you, and it's all these black women rooting for her, rooting for you, they want you to build a black home. That's their anger. They don't know you. They can't judge you for anything else. They want you being who you are, being attractive, being successful. They want you to take hold and solidify and build a black home. That's not saying you're not taking care of the kids you have, because clearly you are, and you love your kids. Taking care of your kids and building a home is 2 different things. At what point are we going to stop these back and forths? Oh, this type of woman don't say nothing to me about that. Well, guess what? You're just weak. Like, you want a strong woman around you. And I'm sorry, like.
Stop telling people what they want. Like, how do you know what people want? You get what I'm saying? Like, and I get aggravated when I hear people say, "Oh, well, hey, yeah, you don't want a strong black woman, or you don't want a strong woman, or you don't want this, you don't want that." How do you know what people want? Everybody wants something different. So how do you know? I might like a short woman. I might like a tall woman. I might like a woman that's bilingual. You don't know. People like what they like. You get what I'm saying? So like, don't say that people don't like strong women, or people don't like soft women, or people don't like. Everybody like what they like. And if they don't like you, that's fine. Find somebody that do like you. That's the issue. Everybody want to have one thing, a strong woman. Okay, a strong black woman. All right, that's great. That's fine. That's cool. Right? But if I say, hey, you know what? I want a woman that's, easygoing. I want somebody that, they're not over talkative, or, they're more of a isolated person. They like to be by themselves. That's fine. That's what I like. Everybody don't have to have a strong black woman as their thing that they want. That's what the media, that's what you see on TV and all these social media platforms. That's cool. That's all right. But that's not everybody. Everybody don't want the same thing, sweetheart. Let's keep going. And please like, subscribe, comment, and share this video as well.
Black women have just, that we get copied from hair to body to everything. Black women are the most unloved individuals in America, but the ones who have built.
The most mimicked.
Most mimic. Good or bad mimic, But we looking to you. We looking to you. A successful black man, we are looking to you to change the narrative. And when you don't, it becomes, go on that show and tear his ass up.
I received that. And nothing but a white flag, because I have been guilty. But if we're going to have this conversation, how we need to have this conversation, just like you're holding me accountable.
Hold me accountable.
I need black women to hold themselves.
Okay, come on, let's go.
All right, man. You know what I'm saying? That was a lot, just in general. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I gave my piece. I feel like, what her overall premise was, it was off the mark for me, because everything that she's asking or saying in this clip, per se, is everything that, for me, I have all those things. I have a loving wife. I have 11 kids. I have a loving family. Every man in my family, as far as my uncles, they're married. You know what I'm saying? Been married to the same person for at least minimum 40 years. And they're probably going to die, of course, together. That's just where they are now, right? So I think that she's off. I think that she's, trying to, I don't want to say race bait. I don't think that is more of a race bait per se. I get her perspective is she's asking for black men in this clip. However, I think her overall viewpoint on what she's saying is not just a black or white thing. It's just a man thing. It's what you have been taught or groomed. Or I should say groomed. What you have been shown throughout your life, right? I got the best pops ever in the history of life. You know what I'm saying? For me personally, you know what I'm saying? Nobody gonna get more respect than him. Nobody will ever, to me, step in my old man's footprints or whatever, right? In his shoes, right? Because he's that important to me. He means that much to me as well, right? So, I think that for me and my family, that's what we look at. We look at families. We look at relationships is important to us. But that's not everybody's story. So I don't want you to think that one size fits all. Like every man must have a family, or every man must be this particular way, because it's not reality. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Am I right? Am I wrong? Please, if you check it, put it in the comment. Please like, comment, subscribe. I promise you. If you do, put it in the comments. I will respond to every single last comment. Regardless of how long it takes me, just because I think that this is an important topic as well. Of course, as all my topics, but this one kind of hits home a little bit more for me than some of the other ones. But hey, once again, welcome to Ace Honest Takes, and please, thank you so much for your time. Peace.